In this video, how to get residency in El Salvador. El Salvador's residency process is straightforward, offering several paths to suit various lifestyles, and its territorial-ish tax system is a bonus for those with foreign income. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to get residency in El Salvador in 2025, step by step, with all the practical info you need to make it happen. So El Salvador, the smallest and most densely populated country in Central America, has become a hotspot for foreigners, with over 700,000 tourists annually and a growing expat community. Its adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender in 2021 and a pro-business policy under President Nayib Bukele make it attractive for investors, retirees, digital nomads. It's famously super safe, right? So the residency process, they offer temporary residency for 1 or 2 years, renewable, and permanent residency after 3 to 5 years. Options include the rentista visa, the pensionado, the investor visa, family-based visas. So let's explore the process, the requirements, and the benefits to secure your spot in this vibrant nation. Step 1. Choose the right residency path. El Salvador offers several residency options tailored to your circumstances. The rentista visa is for those with passive income, requiring $1,500 monthly from sources like rentals, dividends, or investments. The pensionado visa suits retirees with a guaranteed pension of $1,100 monthly, either public or private pensions. The investor visa, well, it could be $1 million in Bitcoin and you can go straight to citizenship if you want to do the investment that way. Or if you are thinking something a little bit more small scale, you could spin up a company in El Salvador, provide that $10,000 of share capital, and that should be a way to get an investor visa in El Salvador. The family-based visa is for those who are married to or with Salvadoran relatives, needing only family ties. We have a lot of cases right now for El Salvador citizenship by descent. If either of your parents was born in El Salvador, you can get El Salvador citizenship. All paths allow dependents like spouses, children under 25, and parents to potentially tag along as well via family reunification. You must spend 8 months annually in El Salvador per year and not leave for more than 3 consecutive months in order to renew your visa successfully, especially when on the temporary visa and you're working towards permanent residency. Quick tip, choose the rentista or pensionado visa for simplicity if you have stable income. It's less complex than the investor visa. Step 2, gather required documents. All residency applications require a core set of documents. You'll need a passport valid for at least 6 months, a clean criminal background check from your home country, apostilled, and less than 6 months old. You'll also need a medical certificate from a Salvadoran doctor. Provide 2 passport photos, a completed visa application form, proof of address, and for rentista or pensionado visas, you're also going to include bank statements, rental contracts, pension letters, and make sure any proof of income and self-sufficiency that you get, make sure everything is apostilled as well. All documents must be translated into Spanish by a certified Salvadoran translator. The process can be simple with a good lawyer. The pro tip here is use a facilitator. It's not worth the headache of trying to do this by yourself. If you're looking for a good facilitator or lawyer to handle your residency or citizenship case in El Salvador, there's a link in the description. You can book a call with us. MyLatinLife, we're a full-scale immigration consultancy. We can help put that residency card in your hands for El Salvador and help you with all aspects of relocation. Step 3, submit your application. Apply through a Salvadoran consulate abroad or in country at the DGME in San Salvador. In-country applications are faster than consulates. You can enter as a tourist. Canadians, Americans, and EU citizens get 90-day visa-free, extendable to 180 days, okay? And then you want to apply for residency, during your time in the country on the tourist visa. And then you're going to be able to stay in the country as long as you've applied while you're waiting for a reply. You can potentially leave the country, or you can stay, even if that means overstaying your tourist visa. Not a problem. As long as you have an application in process, you can start, getting that long-term lease on a house or whatever you want to do. Step 4 is meet the residency conditions and renew. Temporary residency is typically granted for 1 year to start, renewable for up to 5 years. You must spend 8 months annually in El Salvador and avoid absences longer than 3 months continuously in order to renew successfully. After 3 years under the investor or family-based visas, or 5 years under the rentista or pensionado visas, you can apply for permanent residency, which allows indefinite stay and work rights. Now, these numbers could change over time, so make sure your information is up to date. Another reason you want to work with a facilitator, because they're going to know a lot more about on the ground what they're seeing in terms of renewing to permanent residency. Permanent residency requires updated documents. You'll have to get a new background check from your home country. And then once you have that PR, if you leave for over 2 years, you risk losing your status. So it's always good to pop back into the country. Citizenship is possible after 5 years of residency, or only 1 year for Latin Americans or Spaniards, requiring a clean record in basic Spanish. So this is a huge hack, especially with El Salvador's passport gaining in strength as the economy gets better. People from other countries in Latin America or Spain can get citizenship after just 1 year of residency, which is pretty crazy. Step 5, leverage residency benefits. Residency unlocks El Salvador's territorial tax system if you become a tax resident. Now, that can be a strategic option, especially for non-Americans. Residents can open bank accounts, buy property, and access healthcare. You'll have access to public healthcare, but most people will opt for private as well, and you can get private health insurance for a fraction of US prices. The Salvadoran passport after citizenship offers visa-free travel to 140 countries, including the Schengen area. It's a surprisingly good passport. You can work, start businesses, or invest in El Salvador's Bitcoin-friendly economy. Some pitfalls to avoid: first, document errors, missing apostilles, or outdated papers could cause rejections. Second, overstaying your tourist visa. Don't overstay unless you've already submitted your residency application. 3, ignoring presence rules. Less than 8 months annually voids renewals. 4th, incomplete income proof. Non-notarized statements could get you rejected. 5th, trying to do it all by yourself. Not worth it. Hire a lawyer to avoid delays. Now for some practical tips. Hire an English-speaking attorney. And what I look for in an attorney is one that will answer messages on WhatsApp and won't just rely on email. I really prefer the dynamic communication in WhatsApp because in email, I feel like they don't respond for 48 hours. Check the DGME website, which is migracion.gov.sv, for forms and updates. Cross-referencing with what you hear from your lawyer, because sometimes there's a mismatch between how things are performed in reality versus what you see on the government website. Another practical tip is open a local bank account early. It takes time to open the bank account. It takes time to warm it up, to get the debit card, all that stuff. So get it early because you may need it for the income deposits, especially with certain classes of visa. Get your residency card immediately to access banking and health card. Ask about your carnet de residencia. The policies are evolving all the time for El Salvador, so make sure you're keeping up to date on Twitter, on MyLatinLife.com, and with your facilitator for changes as they come in. Final tip is learn some basic Spanish to navigate daily life and integrate. Seriously, it's well worth the effort. And by the way, MyLatinLife, we just launched a book, a Learn Spanish book. It's called Learn Spanish for Adult Beginners Workbook. It's a bestseller on Amazon. You can go pick it up as a Kindle, as a paperback, etc. There's a link in the description where you can buy the book. So that's the complete guide to getting residency in El Salvador. From rentista to investor visas, these steps set you up for a vibrant life in a Bitcoin-friendly nation. Our top takeaway: choose the right visa, apostille your documents early, and stay 8 months annually to secure your status. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with any questions that you might have, and book a call if you want to work together one-on-one. We'll see you in the next video.